Who is this gentleman here?
My name is Joe Fairmark. I'm a guide for the Tournament of Roses for both Wrigley House and also for the Rose Bowl.
Our partnership with the Tournament of Roses is a very important one. And it's a long and storied partnership. And it will become all the more important as we look to the future of the Rose Bowl game.
Our mayor did something unthinkable in 2021.
Okay.
Okay.
Unthinkable. That was right after COVID, I think. Wasn't
Right,
it?
that was COVID.
Yeah. Okay.
He raised the issue with the tournament when they
Yeah.
took the game to Texas.
Well, yeah, the full story on that was they were playing football in stadiums in California, but with no crowds. Gavin Newsom did not allow any crowds. So Cal, SC, UCLA all played their games in the stadium, but with no fans.
Many of you might be aware that the Rose Bowl game is, I will not say, it's particularly after this last Rose Bowl, very successful game. We should all applaud for that one because it was a great game.
We were scheduled to be a college football playoff game that year. Notre Dame was to play Alabama. However, the College Football Playoff Committee said, no, we want to allow parents in the stadium because this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Other states did allow that, but California did not. So we went to California, asked them for a bye to do that. They didn't. He wouldn't allow it.
Now that the bowls are being centralized and controlled by the conferences, we need to be protective of the game. And I did stand up when the Tournament of Roses said we're moving the game to Texas. I said, no, this game belongs to the people of Pasadena.
Wow. So
that's
went?
why the College Football Playoff Committee said, okay, if you're not going to allow it, then we'll move the game to Texas, which did allow parents in the stadium. So that's, and then there was a lot of political stuff. There's some money exchange, and it was allowed to be called the Rose Bowl in Texas.
They interpreted what I said a little bit differently. We ended up in litigation, but the city prevailed, and we got our attorney's fees.
So that's the full story.
Right. So
the main reason was because California did not allow any parents in the stadium for any of those games.
And did Victor Gordo know that?
I'm sure he did.
Okay.
Yeah. COVID was the reason why
Exactly.
nobody was allowed in the stadium.
Right.
Yeah.
But more importantly, I think we prevailed in convincing our partners at the tournament that we need to be in lockstep in protecting the game. And I intend to do that. We have a very good relationship with the tournament. And as we look to see how the bowls are divvied up by the SEC and other conferences, I think you'll find that the tournament and the city are going to prioritize keeping the Rose Bowl game on January 1st at 1:30 p.m. I think it's 2:30 p.m. 2 p.m. Right here in Pasadena.
Yeah. Right. So, in a tournament, we call that the COVID Bowl. So that was one of two games that were not played here. The other was the 1942 game.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right.
So, Japanese bomb Pearl Harbor, December 7th, 1941. We were scheduled to have Oregon State play Duke University in that game, but the president at the time was Franklin Delano Roosevelt. He declared the West Coast a war zone, thought we were going to be invaded by the Japanese. No large public gatherings were allowed on the West Coast, so that's why the game was moved to Durham.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was, the whole thing was allowing parents in the game.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it.
Sure,
And
take care.
nothing with Huntington Hospital giving the city notice of the overcrowdedness of the hospital.
Well, that too. That all played into it. Yeah, that's all part of COVID.
All right. Thank you so much, Joe.
Take care.
All right.